Tuesday. I hope that you're doing fabulous and you're having an amazing week. And if you're here, I would love to know. So press the like button. And if you love something I say, press the love button and let me know where you're joining us from. So go ahead and type your comments. I can't wait to find out if there's anything that's been going through your mind. And today we're actually going to be talking about 3 signs that you're ready to develop your mediumship. So I'm really excited to get right into it. And if you're here, let me know. I know somebody's here. So I hope that you're doing well, and thanks for taking the time today. And I'm really thanking you for your spirit guides and for your purpose, because I know that those of you who are really ready to develop your mediumship will have this desire and this urgency and this excitement in your gut to do it. And to develop mediumship, it takes guts. Like, seriously, it takes some guts. Because when I first gave my public message demonstration in front of a group, and when I gave my first reading, I was scared. And so those things are all very, very normal. But let me know if you're here. I am excited as more people are going to be joining us. And we're going to chat about the 3 signs. I don't want to say the 3 because there are others, but some common signs that I definitely see. First things first, what I'd love for you to do is to exit out of any other tabs on your computer or put your phone into perhaps airplane mode so nobody calls you if you're on your phone here. And I am also going to do the same. So I'm just taking a moment, making sure we've got that going, and looks like everybody can see me, so that is really good. I'm also wanting to let you know to ask you how many people are ready to actually develop your mediumship. How many people joining us right now have signed up for the Saturday class? I'm excited to see if you're here and can't wait to join you for Saturday. So if you are ready and you're really excited to do that, I would love to have you in our workshop, and the link is right there in our post, and I'll be happy to answer any questions about it later. So let's get to mediumship and really what it is. A lot of people in mediumship definition think that mediums only talk to dead people and that's it. And then from the movies, we think they're these old haggard ladies that are alone and they operate by candlelight and all those myths that roll around in our mind. And if you're on my email list, I'm going to be sharing some stories with you this week about that. So let's just say those things are myths, right? Mediums can actually talk to the client about past, present, future. And the reason is because they're working with spirit guides, the person that they're reading spirit guides, and their spirit guides are telling them all the things that they need to know. And also, the medium is working with the spirit guides, talking to the loved ones who've passed as well. So their dad, their grandfather, their mom, whoever in spirit wants to come in and say hi. So mediums, yes, they do talk to dead people, but that includes spirit guides and loved ones. And when I was first developing my mediumship, I told my mentor, I only want to talk to loved ones in spirit. Not going to do the psychic stuff like that. Well, it was because I didn't understand the definition of psychic. And he said, why would you limit yourself, Whitney? If you're doing a reading for somebody, why are you only going to be bringing through messages from loved ones when that person really needs to know something that's coming up about their job or their car or whatever it is? And so I had this aha moment, like, oh, I'm limiting the value and the quality of my reading by just saying, oh, well, here's a loved one in spirit, and he had brown hair, and he passed this way, and he was about this age, and he's on your mom's side. That's great, and that is actually part of mediumship, for sure. But we want to make sure that we're allowing more information to come through in our reading. So mediumship is the act of delivering spirit messages to somebody else. And that includes spirit guide information. So maybe the spirit guides want to talk about health or relationship or career, or they perhaps do want to talk about the loved one that's passed. And so you can, as a medium, deliver a message from a loved one for the client. Now, intuition is something different. Intuition is connecting to spirit, to a loved one for your own benefit. Mediumship is the act of delivering a message. That's why I said it takes guts, because as a medium, you're going to be open, vulnerable, and clear. And then you receive a message from spirit, and then it comes out of your mouth. And this is where a lot of people don't move forward into developing their mediumship abilities, because they let their ego and fear come and block them. And so one of the things for mediumship that I say, one of the signs, is if you have a real desire to help other people, you have a real desire to deliver a message to somebody else through you from spirit so that they can better their lives. And that's okay if you do feel nervous and you do have fear. But someone who's really ready to develop their mediumship will still kick through that fear and will kick through that ego and say, I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to spiritually grow. I'm ready to put my ego out the door so that I can be a clear vessel for the person, so I can help them. And so that is one of the signs, a burning desire to help others. And it's okay if you still have ego and fear. I actually didn't really know I was ready to be a medium. So I watched all of the TV shows. I was so fascinated by this, and I really thought it was so cool and so amazing that I was seeing mediums bringing through evidential information from their loved one, and so the person knew that they were still okay. It was mind-blowing to know that there's proof, there's tangible things that a medium can say that the person has no idea, like there's no way the medium could have known it other than from talking to spirit. And that for me was powerful, and I wanted to do that for others. But when my mentor said to me, all right, Whitney, you're going to get up in front of 30 people and give a message, and then you're going to do a reading for others, I thought, I don't want to be that creepy person. And I'm like, where did that come from? Like, why, Whitney, do you think that you're going to be this creepy person? Again, it was from the movies and from the stereotype and thinking mediums are outcasts. No, no, no. Then I had ego that came through and said, oh, what if I'm not right? What if it doesn't work? But what really helped me move forward in mediumship was still having that burning desire to help other people. So that's one of the things I wanted to share. So sign number one is you have a burning desire to help other people, and you're willing to work through the ego and the fear to do it, which is great. So hey, Debbie, good to see you from Vancouver Island. Lisa says, hi, Denise. Julie, she's from Cottonwood. She's just like down the road 30 minutes from me. I love it. She says she's ready to develop, and she's signed up. I'm so excited that you're going to be there. Hey, Luli, and hey, Marion. Good to see you guys. All right, so we've got sign number one. Sign number two is something that I would say a lot of people don't think about. But what normally happens is you start dreaming about spirits. You start dreaming about spirits. And this can be from your family, or this can be from other people. And sometimes when you wake up from those dreams, or right before you fall asleep, you may hear that spirit speak. Maybe they call your name. Or maybe you start seeing pictures or symbols and you don't know what the heck they mean. For me, I have a primary intuitive language of clairvoyance. I have other languages, but that was the first one that really popped out as I developed. And I kept seeing, you know, those GIFs or GIFs, I send them in emails, but they're like these small repeating patterned movies. I kept seeing those. And it's like I would get messages through dreams, I would get messages through seeing, or I would get feelings perhaps, but generally I'm like, what do I do with it? I see it, I dream about it, I don't know who it was for. I have heard from a lot of undeveloped mediums that they will say, I got information about world events, and like, what am I supposed to do with it? Or I received a message and I didn't know what to do with it. I just saw somebody in the intuitive tribe comment that they saw a spirit walk down the street and they said to their dad, they said, oh, I saw so-and-so. And he's like, well, you couldn't have seen so-and-so because that person passed. So a lot of times seeing a spirit or experiencing a communication, and you're like, who was that in my dream? What do I do with that? So that's generally a sign that Spirit's saying, hey, we're here and we would like for you to deliver a message. But the problem is when you as the medium don't know what to do with the message that you're getting. So that's a sign of, I'm receiving all this communication. Maybe I'm feeling things, I'm feeling messages, I'm knowing things before they happen for other people, or I will sense things are going to happen for other people, or I'll get this feeling or this knowing that there's a woman there around XYZ, or you're experiencing some form of sign, some form of communication, but you don't know what to do with it. So for me, I needed a mentor to help me hone that, because it was like I was on all the time. And that is another myth, by the way, that mediums are on all the time. And that's something that prevented me from developing my mediumship, because I thought they were going to be hanging out with me in the bathroom and in the shower. And I wasn't cool with that. But the good news is when you learn techniques, that doesn't happen. But yeah, it can happen if you're not using certain techniques. So another sign is receiving communication, receiving information in some form or some way, but you're like, you know, like, what do I do with this stuff? And so you need an outlet to express whatever the message is. So that would be sign number 2. The third sign that I would want to say is that you have the uncanny desire to be of service. And a beautiful way is to want to deliver a message to someone else. So let's say that your coworker is chatting with you, and all of a sudden, like, you just want to tell her something that may not necessarily be appropriate, or it has nothing to do with the situation. On the other hand, let's say you're still having that coworker conversation, and then you say something that you know wasn't really from you. It had to be from a different place. So you have the urge to give people messages. You may have the urge to tell people what to do. Or perhaps what happens in this sign is you as the medium are just living your life, like, hey, I'm living my life. And then all of a sudden you start attracting people on the plane or in the grocery store, and they're talking about how their loved one passed into spirit recently. That's a sign that your loved one or their loved one in spirit is coming around you and basically putting you in the path of, hey, can you give a message? Hello? We know you have this ability. Could you please deliver this for us? So attracting people that you feel an urge to give a message to. And this doesn't mean that you're vividly seeing the spirit. It means that you just have an urge to share something with them. Or you start noticing that you're attracting mediumship type situations. So this means, like I said, you're in an airplane or you are in the grocery store and you're overhearing a conversation about how so-and-so's loved one passed. Or perhaps your coworker says, you know, I always wondered XYZ about my father that passed like 20 years ago. Or you turn on the TV and there's a mediumship show, or there's a medium there. Or you start seeing the word medium, or you start to hear conversations about it. Those things mean that it's living in your energy and it's living in your vibration. And so law of attraction means that you're going to start attracting those opportunities to you. So let's recap, if I can remember, because a lot of times when I talk to you, it is mediumship. Spirit's given me whatever I need to share with you. So you've got a strong desire to give a message to others. You start sensing spirit or dreaming about it, or you get all this information that's coming through. And then also you start attracting situations, or you start seeing the signs, medium or mediumship, things of that sort. And this can also be attracting conversations with people that are like, hey, I think let's talk about this metaphysical topic. Like, I think you're interested in this. And then you start attracting people that are also interested in it as well. So I hope that helps clarify some things. I would love to know if you have any questions. Put them in the chat or put them in the comments so I can see them. I know that by the time you put them in, it's a little bit of a delay as it gets to me. But what I do want to say is, if you do have that strong desire and you have fear or you have ego, the indication that you're ready to develop your mediumship is that you're willing to break through it. So when I ask people to come to the workshop on Saturday, and you can sign up at messengerofspirit.com/me, and I intentionally put me there because I'm basically having you say, that's me. Yeah, I'm ready. When you come to the workshop on Saturday, I want you to leave your ego and fear at the door. We are all going to be there learning, and I know firsthand how scary it can feel to allow yourself to be vulnerable and open up. And I do need you to allow yourself to be vulnerable, because if you come with a bunch of blocks and you're already thinking that you can't do it, you're just going to create that ego block for yourself to give a message. So if you're willing to work through those things, I hope to see you on Saturday. And I'm really excited. I loved that it is Saturday, February 22nd. I don't know if you've seen number patterns, but I like 22. And I usually see 222, or I'll see a different number pattern when I'm thinking about something and my spirit guides are validating it for me. So I think that is so beautiful. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this little mini lesson, and if you just caught us, you can always watch the replay. But I do hope that I see you on Saturday if you're ready to break through blocks and you're ready to show up authentic and real, and you're saying, yes, I am ready. I will also be joining this page tomorrow, where we're going to be talking about any questions that you might have for the workshop as well. So Renee says, it's my birthday Saturday and I'll be traveling, so I can't make the workshop and so bummed. We'll be offering another in the future. Renee, I don't have any immediate dates in the future for another one, but this is definitely something you want to show up live for. The workshop will be recorded, but only sent to those who registered. But I would not attend the workshop if you know you can't attend live, because we're going to break out into partner exercises in hour 2. And in hour 2 in the partner exercises, there's no recording for it. So I really just don't feel like you'll get the same value with the recording in this particular workshop. Other classes that I do, sure. This workshop, I need you to be there live. And I just want to be super honest and upfront with that. Lily says, I have the desire. I'm ready to overcome fear and let messages come through. Yay. I'm so excited for you. And Lisa says, the next workshop. Marion says, thank you. So good to see you all here. And if you do have any questions, let us know. And I'm going to jump back on here tomorrow if you have anything that you're like, I just need to ask one more thing before I sign up. And just so you know, the early bird price expires on Thursday. So if you are thinking about it and you just have a few more days before the price goes up. So you want to make sure to really chat with your guides, and you want to feel a yes in your gut for it. All right. I hope you have a fantastic one, and I will chat with you soon. Bye.